What if I told you that the solutions to almost every problem a man faces lie in lessons from over 2 millennia ago? Welcome back to our channel, where today we're not just exploring philosophy, we're unlocking life-changing secrets. In today's journey, we're unveiling 10 Stoic lessons, timeless truths that many men often realize far too late. These lessons aren't just philosophical concepts, they're practical tools to tackle life's toughest challenges, from mastering emotions to navigating change, from understanding the true nature of success to finding inner peace. I urge you to stay with us till the end. Each lesson we're about to share holds equal weight, and the final one, it might just be the most unexpected and transformative of all. It's something many of us are guilty of overlooking, a lesson that could change the way you view everything. So, if you're seeking answers, growth, or even a new perspective on life, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You don't want to miss this enlightening journey. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Acceptance of what you cannot control. Let's travel back in time for a moment to the bustling streets of ancient Rome, where Stoicism flourished. The Stoics, like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius, understood the futility of fretting over life's uncontrollables. They taught that while we can't command the weather, stop the clock, or control others' actions, we can master our reactions, our thoughts, and our decisions. Fast forward to today, and this lesson remains just as potent. In our hyper-connected world, bombarded with information and endless shoulds, understanding what we can and cannot control is not just wisdom, it's a survival skill. So, how do we apply this ancient wisdom in our modern lives? It starts with a simple yet profound shift in perspective. When faced with a challenging situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, imagine placing it in a balloon and letting it drift away into the sky. This mental practice is not about giving up, it's about investing your energy wisely. It's choosing to water the plants in your garden rather than trying to stop the rain from falling. I remember a time when I was caught in a gridlock of traffic, anxious and frustrated about an important meeting. It dawned on me then, I couldn't control the traffic, no matter how much I wished. But I could control my reaction. So, I took a deep breath, turned on some soothing music, and used that time to mentally prepare for the meeting. The result? I arrived calm and centered, turning what could have been a stressful ordeal into a moment of peace. Lesson 2. The power of perspective. Stoicism teaches us that it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but rather our interpretation of these events. Imagine two men stuck in a downpour. One curses the rain, while the other enjoys the soothing sound of raindrops. Same event, different perspectives. The Stoic philosophers, like Epictetus, emphasized that we have the power to choose our perspective. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, he said. This wisdom is timeless. In our current world, full of unforeseen challenges and rapid changes, the ability to shift our perspective is not just valuable, it's crucial for maintaining mental peace and resilience. So, how can we harness this power in our daily lives? It begins with a conscious pause. When confronted with a challenge, take a step back. Ask yourself, is there another way to look at this? Just like a photographer seeks the best angle for a shot, we too can look for a more empowering viewpoint. For instance, seeing a job loss not as a failure, but as an opportunity to pursue a passion or learn new skills. This shift in perspective can transform obstacles into stepping stones. Lesson 3. Living in the present. Stoicism beckons us to anchor ourselves in the now. The here and now is where life happens, where joy is felt, and where peace is found. It's a lesson many learn only when they look back and realize how much of life they've missed by not being truly present. Ancient Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, understood the fleeting nature of time. They knew that dwelling on the past or obsessing over the future was like trying to grasp water. It's futile and leaves you empty-handed. Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste the remaining part of your life in thoughts about others. Be content with the present." His words resonate more than ever in today's fast-paced world, where our minds are often elsewhere, not in the moment where they belong. How do we practice this in our daily lives? It starts with mindfulness, the practice of being fully engaged with whatever we're doing at the moment, free from distraction or judgment. It could be as simple as savoring your morning coffee, fully immersing yourself in a conversation, or just feeling the sun on your skin. By being present, we give ourselves the gift of experiencing life as it unfolds, in its full richness and beauty. Lesson 4. Self-discipline and integrity. In a world brimming with temptations and shortcuts, Stoicism calls us to a higher standard, to be masters of ourselves. This mastery isn't about restriction, it's about liberation. It's about exercising self-control and aligning our actions with our deepest values. The Stoics were no strangers to the challenges of life. They knew that the key to enduring happiness wasn't found in external accolades or possessions, but in cultivating inner virtues. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, taught that freedom and serenity are achieved not by satisfying our desires, but by controlling them. In today's context, this lesson resonates more than ever. In an age where distractions are a click away and ethical grey areas abound, the need for self-discipline and integrity is paramount. So, how do we weave these virtues into the fabric of our daily lives? It starts with small, consistent actions. Choosing to wake up early for a morning run, even when the bed feels too comfortable. Opting for a nutritious meal over a tempting, unhealthy one. Making decisions that align with your values, even when they're not the easiest or most popular choices. These moments of discipline and integrity accumulate, building a life of strength, character, and fulfillment. Embracing self-discipline and integrity is about not just dreaming of the person you want to be, but taking the daily steps to become that person. Lesson 5. Embracing change. While many view change with apprehension or resistance, Stoicism invites us to see it through a lens of growth and opportunity. This ancient philosophy teaches us that change is not just inevitable, but it is also the fertile ground from which new opportunities sprout. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, were no strangers to the relentless tide of change. They observed how seasons change without fail and how empires rise and fall, understanding that change is the universe's way of manifesting its dynamism. Aurelius, in his Meditations, reflected on how life is opinion, shaped largely by our perceptions and reactions to change. Stoicism doesn't just ask us to accept change, it urges us to welcome it as an old friend, knowing well that it brings with it the seeds of new growth. In practical terms, embracing change means viewing each shift in our lives, be it minor or monumental, as an opportunity for self-discovery and development. It's about finding the silver lining in unexpected situations. Lost your job? It's an opportunity to pursue a career you're truly passionate about. Ended a relationship? It's a chance to rediscover your individual strengths and desires. By embracing change, we align ourselves with life's natural rhythm, making us resilient and adaptable. Lesson 6. The futility of material pursuits. In a world that often equates success with material wealth and status, Stoicism offers a refreshing counter-narrative. It teaches us that true lasting happiness doesn't stem from accumulating possessions or accolades, but rather from cultivating an inner richness. This is a lesson many learn late in life, after years spent in the relentless chase of material gains, only to find themselves standing in the midst of abundance, yet feeling an unshakable sense of emptiness. The Stoic philosophers, from Seneca to Epictetus, understood the fleeting nature of material wealth. They observed how fortunes can be made and lost, how even the most luxurious possessions could not shield one from life's inherent unpredictability and challenges. Seneca, who experienced both wealth and exile, profoundly noted that true wealth is not having many possessions, but having few wants. In our current era, bombarded by advertisements and societal pressures to have more to be more, this Stoic principle of finding contentment in simplicity and self-sufficiency is more relevant than ever. How do we apply this lesson in our daily lives? It starts with a shift in focus, from external acquisition to internal development. It's about finding joy in simple pleasures, cherishing experiences over possessions, and measuring success not by what we own, but by the quality of our character and our relationships. It's recognizing that while material possessions can provide temporary pleasure, lasting fulfillment comes from a sense of inner peace, purpose, and connection with others. Lesson 7. Managing emotions. Contrary to popular belief, Stoicism doesn't advocate for the suppression of emotions. Rather, it teaches us the art of understanding and navigating them effectively. It's a vital lesson that many realize too late. Mastering our emotions is not about denying them, but about acknowledging, understanding, and guiding them in constructive ways. The Stoics, with their profound understanding of human nature, recognized that emotions are an integral part of our existence. However, they also saw the turmoil unmanaged emotions can cause. Philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius advised not to be swayed by the tempest of feelings, but to stand firm, understanding their nature and impact. In today's fast-paced and often stressful world, this Stoic approach to emotions is not just wise, but necessary. It teaches us to respond to life's ups and downs with equanimity and clarity. So, how do we practice this in our daily lives? It begins with self-awareness. Recognize your emotions, name them, understand their triggers. This awareness is the first step toward managing them. Instead of reacting impulsively, pause and consider a response that aligns with your values and goals. Techniques like deep breathing, journaling, or even engaging in open conversations can be powerful tools in processing and understanding our emotions. Lesson 8. The importance of personal responsibility. Stoicism teaches us that while we may not control every aspect of our lives, we are unequivocally responsible for our actions and their consequences. This lesson, often learned later in life, highlights a truth many wish they had grasped earlier: that owning our choices is the cornerstone of a life lived with authenticity and accountability. Epictetus, born a slave and later a revered philosopher, taught that our greatest power lies in our ability to choose our attitude and actions, regardless of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, echoed this sentiment, emphasizing that our character is the sum of our choices. In our modern world, where blame shifting and externalizing are rampant, embracing personal responsibility is not just a Stoic virtue, but a beacon of strength and self-empowerment. In practical terms, embracing personal responsibility means acknowledging our role in our successes and failures. It's about facing the consequences of our actions with courage and learning from them. Whether it's in our careers, relationships, or personal goals, taking responsibility empowers us to effect change and grow. It's the acknowledgement that the key to our future lies in our own hands. Lesson 9. Value of wisdom and knowledge. The great Stoic philosophers, from Marcus Aurelius to Seneca, were voracious learners and astute observers of life. They saw wisdom as the highest virtue, a beacon that guides us through life's tumultuous seas. Aurelius, in his meditations, constantly sought to understand the world and his place in it, using knowledge as a tool for personal betterment and societal contribution. In our current era, where information is abundant yet true wisdom is scarce, the Stoic emphasis on discerning knowledge and reflective learning is more pertinent than ever. Incorporating this lesson into our lives means fostering a mindset of curiosity and an appetite for learning. It's about embracing the joy of discovering new ideas, reflecting on our experiences, and seeking deeper understanding. Whether it's through books, nature, art, or conversations, every moment holds the potential for learning. Wisdom is not just about intellectual pursuits. It's about applying what we learn to become better human beings. Lesson 10. The strength in forgiveness. Stoicism teaches us that holding on to grudges and resentment is akin to carrying a heavy burden. It hinders our journey towards tranquility and happiness. Many realize too late in life that forgiveness is not an act of weakness, but a profound display of strength and a pathway to inner peace. The Stoics understood the corrosive effect of anger and resentment on the soul. Philosophers like Epictetus emphasized the importance of letting go of bitterness, not for the sake of others, but but for our own well-being. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." In today's world, where grudges can be long held and forgiveness is often seen as surrender, the Stoic wisdom of forgiveness stands as a beacon of enlightened self-interest and emotional maturity. Embracing forgiveness in our daily lives means recognizing that every person, including ourselves, is fallible and capable of making mistakes. It's about understanding that forgiveness frees us from the chains of bitterness and allows us to move forward with our lives. Whether it's forgiving a friend who wronged us, a colleague who made a mistake, or even ourselves for our own errors, each act of forgiveness strengthens our character and deepens our capacity for compassion and understanding. Stoicism offers timeless wisdom that can guide us through life's challenges. These 10 lessons can lead to a more fulfilling, balanced life. What other Stoic principles do you find valuable? Share in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, keep growing and stay stoic.